Hello, online crew. Let's have a chat today about the best type of content that you can create right now on social media at the timing of this training in 2023. We're looking at closing out the year, and even more so, I would imagine, moving into 2024. What should you really be concentrating on? And this is a conversation I have constantly. This is something that I'm talking about regularly at the moment, and I do feel like a bit of a broken record, but I'm going to keep saying it until the penny drops for some of you, because I do feel that not enough people that are wanting traction from social media are doing this. Okay. Something that we really want to try to achieve in the online world is to speed things up, to get more traction quickly. I'm sure you would love to put content out there and get a lot of engagement straight away. Wouldn't that be good? Like, is that happening for you? If it's not happening for you, then what type of content are you putting out there? So let's have a real honest chat about the type of content that you're putting out there, and maybe how you could refocus that if you're not necessarily doing what I'm about to share. Okay. If we haven't met before, my name's Helen Martin. I'm live here over on Instagram. I'm here on Facebook and YouTube and my free group. So welcome. What I do is help social sellers, like those of you that are more serious about building online in social selling, develop systems and do certain things online that's going to get you more traction, but do it in a way where you are a human before a marketer. That is me down to a T. It's something that aligns with me. It's very important to me to be a human before I'm a marketer. So if that's what aligns with you, then you'll probably connect with my type of content. So welcome. Just before I get into this, I just want to share with you, those of you that are in my online crew coaching community, we had 2 amazing calls this week, live Q&A Zoom calls, where we talked about everything from TikTok to curiosity posts to copywriting to how to show up on social media, like all the things. Like, make sure you catch the replays of those trainings because they were really powerful. And those of you that want to concentrate on micro video content like Reels and TikTok and get some traction from that, then you might want to catch the replay of the Clubhouse discussion that we had this week, which is our last Clubhouse discussion ever. It's not a platform that we're going to continue on with in this community, because there are other things like Reels and TikTok and other platforms that I believe are getting more traction. And any one of you at any point in your business, well, consistently, you should be evaluating what's effective, where, on what platforms, and what content you're putting out there. Because social media moves too fast for you not to pivot. So if you're not doing what I'm talking about in this video today, then I would encourage you to have a think about it, because it's where you're going to get more traction. There is no question that we all know this. If you're in social selling and you're building a business online and you're in network marketing, etc., you're an entrepreneur building online, there is no question we are in a relationship business. Would you agree with that? We need to build relationships online. We like the people that will buy something off you, become a customer off you, or join you in your team, or become a client, whatever it is that you do. There is a level of know, like, and trust. And I know you've heard these words over and over and over again. Know, like, and trust. What do you think? Like, I'd love to know from you, what do you think the fastest way to build know, like, and trust is? What are you doing in your business to build know, like, and trust quickly on social media? And again, I feel like a broken record sort of sharing this, but you've really got to understand this in this day and age on social media. One, what I've just said, we are in a relationship business. And because we are in a relationship business, we have to grow that know, like, and trust as quickly as you possibly can. How do you do that? I'll get to that. I'd love to know from you. How do you think you can do that? How do you think you can build the know, like, and trust factor quicker than perhaps what you're doing now? What do you know you need to do that you're not doing enough of now? Like, I'd love to know your thoughts around that. Like, just be honest, be real. What do you know you need to do more of that potentially you're not doing right now to build the know, like, and trust? Okay, this is really important if you're building a business online, because you can't hide behind social media, which so many of you are doing. I review a lot of people's work. So I'll look at your pages, your socials, have a look at what you're doing, what content you're putting out there. And there's one thing that stands out that is missing from a lot of you. What do you think that is? No one's game enough to say. So I'm just going to say it. If you are joining me live, then say hello. Let me know you're here so I can give you a shout out. But I'm just going to call it out. You need to show your face more. Talk authentically, genuinely, and build your personal brand. I know you already know this. I know this is not new. But you can't hide behind social media. You can't hide behind shared posts. You can't hide behind company posts. Nobody cares what you're selling. They don't care what company you're with. The reason why somebody will buy something off you or reach out to you about a product that you're promoting or the business opportunity that you're in is because you're sharing your journey and your story from your voice and your face. Nobody cares what company you're in. Stop talking about the company. The reason people will buy off you is because they know, like, and trust you. You're the one coming to the table. You're sharing your story. You're sharing your journey. And why I'm talking about this again, and I will continue to talk about it, because here's what I hear a lot of people say. Who's going to listen to me? I'm not successful yet. When you truly share the journey and the story of where you're going and what you believe in and, the journey of the vision that you've got, you don't need to be successful to do that. I shared this on, I think it was one of our live Q&A Zoom calls on the coaching community just this week. Have a look at Jessie Lee. Rest in peace. Do you know who I'm talking about? Jessie Lee, she just passed away. Of colon cancer, and they believe it was actually an infection that she got that went septic, and that's what got her in the end. Huge advocate and number one earner in network marketing, I believe, in the entire profession. If you followed her journey and you know from when she started, she was a nobody. No success to speak of. No network. I'm sharing this with you to hopefully give you some motivation to share a little bit more. She was down and out, no money, no influence, like not a very good life, with the wrong circle of friends, doing the wrong things. There was no reason for anybody to listen to what she had to say about a little network marketing business that she was growing. But she was on a mission. And she shouted it to the rooftops, and she knew where she was going. Now, what I want you to take from that is the inspiration behind you don't have to be successful to share genuinely, authentically online. You just have to know where you're going and don't stop. So when you share the vision and the inspiration of what you're doing and why you're doing it, and where you're going and where you're headed and the reasons for that and what's important to you, whether that be a product focus or a business focus, whether that's leaving a legacy for your family or your grandchildren, or your kids, your grandchildren, whether that's a health journey that you're on, for whatever reason, whether you're working towards retirement because you're scared about paying the bills, later in life, whether you're looking in the mirror and you're aging or you're putting on weight or whatever it is for you. Like, relate this to what you do in a business. You don't need to be successful right now to share the journey and the story of what you're doing and where you're going. Now, when you show up more and share the journey and what you're learning and who you're listening to and the training calls that you're on and the Zoom calls that you're on, and the presentations that you're on and what you're learning and whatever, and you share that continuously over and over again, and the inspiration of where you're going and what you're doing, you take people on the ride for you, but guess what happens along the way? They learn to know, like, and trust you because you keep showing up, sharing the same message, and that's what you need to do online. It's not showing up and getting some motivation because your company's got a special on, and you suddenly talk about the products that you haven't talked about for 6 months to a year that you've been in the business, or the company has an enrollment promo and you suddenly talk about it because there's something exciting going on and there's some momentum happening in your business, and so you jump on the back of it and you're suddenly vocal for the first time in months. That doesn't work. What works? That works really well when you've built the know, like, and trust by talking about it genuinely and authentically, without the sale, without the promo, without the big, thing attached to it. Does this make sense to you? So what I'm really encouraging you to do is just get braver in your stories, your reels, your TikToks. I've got more traction from TikTok in the last 6 months than I've been here on Instagram and Facebook for years. Why? It's just me talking, sharing my journey, sharing my story. People are reaching out to me every day, asking me questions. People are following me every day because I'm just showing up, sharing my story and sharing my journey. And for the most part, I give value, but every now and again, I'll weave in the products that I'm using that helped me to get where I've got to from my story. You can change your trajectory. Did I say that right? You know what I'm trying to say? Online within months, just by really focusing in on showing up and talking authentically and genuinely and sharing your journey and your story. And take yourself on a journey. Take yourself on a journey. And, the story of what's important to you. Is it a product focus? Like, are you on a journey of better health or better, like what you choose, product or business? Or maybe it's where you're going with your business because retirement scares the crap out of you. Or just, what's going on in the world right now is scaring the crap out of you. And that might be inflation, interest rate rises, how much petrol. Oh my gosh, petrol in my country town at the moment, it's crazy. I've got investment properties. All those investment properties have mortgages. Our interest rates have gone through the roof in Australia. I don't know about yours in whatever country you're in, but I've gone from like 2% to over 8% in an interest rate on all our investment properties. It's real. What's real for you? What's important to you? Health-wise, product-wise, or a bit of both? On your personal profiles, you've got scope for both. But what's your branding? Like on Instagram, I brand business. On Facebook, I do both. Any of you on Facebook, you should do both on a personal profile, business and product. On TikTok, I'm all product. I throw some business stuff in there and it falls flat because that's not what people know me for over there. So pick your platform, pick your battle, and take people on a genuine, authentic journey that you're on, even if you don't have any success yet in your business. Go back to the vision of why you're doing what you're doing. Why are you taking the products you're taking? Why are you in the business that you're in? And speak that and get into your stories and talk about it and put posts on your personal profile with a nice selfie. Stop hiding behind social media with company posts or shared content, or it's inspiration, quote. Where's you? The best thing you can do is build the know, like, and trust for you as a human being. Your biggest asset is you and your face and where you're going and the journey that you're on and the story behind it. You can speed up your results in this industry and in this business if you just get back to basics and share your face and your story and your journey. That is the best type of content that you can put out there. And don't hide behind all, trending audio reels and trending audio TikToks. Talk, blend it, like do the trending ones. Absolutely. Throw some fun in there. And, what I love about my journey this year, I've changed a lot of things in my life, in my world, in my health, in my business this year. And that was my intention. My word for 2023 was intention. Did you have a word for this year? Are you living out that word? Like I would be, and I wouldn't be waiting until 2024 to change, your direction. I'd be, if you're listening to this video right now, and I'm speaking to you right now, change your vision right now with your content and go, no, I need to show up more. I need to talk more. I need to get in my stories more. And if you don't like the way you look, get over it. That's only you standing in your way. If you don't know what you would talk about, then revisit your brand, revisit what it is that you are doing, and get really clear and focused on that. Because I tell you, the content becomes clear when you become clear on your personal brand. So maybe you need to revisit that. Maybe you just need to sit and revisit that. If that's what it takes, then give yourself the time and the space and the energy to sit and revisit that, because the content will come when the branding and the foundation is there. But there is nothing more important than this, because here's what I see over and over and over again. People are on social media for days, weeks, months, years with no results. Why is that? It's probably because you haven't sorted out your true brand, what you want to stand behind, the vision of where you're headed, or you're caught up in how you look, or you're holding yourself back because you don't know what to say because you don't know your brand, or you're letting your own thoughts and fears get in the way. You got to cut through all of that and just show up and care authentically and genuinely, and take people on the journey and the story with you. See what happens. Do yourself a favor and stop overthinking everything. Your biggest asset, when I ask people, what do you think your biggest asset is? And that, in your business, and they're like, oh, my products, the ingredients are sourced from this and that and whatever, and no one else has what we have, or we have the best comp plan in the world. Everybody thinks they've got the best comp plan. Everybody thinks they've got the best company in this industry. And, you do you in relation to what you think about that, but that's not what helps you stand out on social media. What helps you stand out on social media and speed up your results is what you bring to the table, not what the company brings to the table. No one gives a continental about what you're selling. It's you. Are you hearing me loud and clear? I'm not going to apologize for talking about this over and over and over again until it really sinks in for some of you. You are your biggest asset, but you showing up and being authentically, genuinely you, but being the human before the marketer, like really caring, but really sharing your own journey and your own story. So people look at you and go, I trust that girl or that guy. They keep turning up and talking about the same thing. They're not talking about it for 5 minutes when there's a company promo on and you get all excited about a new product and you talk about for 5 minutes and then you disappear for 6 months. And then the next company promo comes along and then you talk about that for 5 minutes and you wonder why you're not getting any sales. Because no one's really trusting you. They just think that you're putting another sale in front of them. But when you talk about the journey that you're on, whether that's health or business, like you choose, and depending on the platform, you can blend a little bit of both. Like you've got to evaluate for you, which are the platforms that I'm concentrating on, what's my branding on what platform, how can I repurpose my content? If it's the same branding, then you can repurpose your reels to TikToks, vice versa. If it's different branding, like I've got different branding on different platforms. So I'm not going to put all my TikToks on my Instagram here because it's not the same branding. So, think about those kind of things. But the best thing you can do in this day and age, and definitely moving into 2024, but don't wait, start now, start getting a little bit braver and really thinking about, okay, where am I going? What am I doing? What value do I offer? And you weave in, your products, and you weave in, what it is that you can offer to people. But first and foremost, you're taking people on a journey of what's important to you and where you're headed. That's all Jessie Lee did way back when. There was no trust there. She had no credibility. She had no money in her bank account, nothing. But why did she get to where she was going to go? Because she was on a journey, and she was kind of like, either you come for the ride or get off the bus. Get it? Really think about that for yourself. What vision do you have for yourself? And don't let anybody tell you otherwise that is going to get in your way. If you get a negative comment on social media, because that I get them on TikTok, I get them on Facebook, I get them on Instagram, delete. Not my person. This is the industry that we're in. Not everybody wants what you have, but don't go to water for that. People walk into bricks and mortar stores every day, look around, browse, go out and don't buy anything. The shop assistant doesn't go, oh, they walked in and they didn't buy anything and they walked back out again. It's just business. Treat social media a bit more like that. Treat your social media a bit more like your lounge room. Do this. Turn up. Talk. Give value. Share. And don't get caught up in the vanity of what you have and haven't done so far to date. Just, I'm repeating myself now, so I'll shut up. Does this land for any of you? Just stop overthinking it. And your best asset is to build the know, like, and trust factor from your voice and your face. Don't hide behind social media to do anything but. I still have to tell myself to get braver in my stories. I still lack in that. It's just, I know it takes confidence. I know it doesn't become natural to you. I came out of corporate. I wore a suit every day. I lobbied politicians. I was the professional girl. I came on social media and tried to be that girl and it didn't work. And it wasn't until I let the walls down and started talking more like Helen and being more like Helen that you guys started to connect with me a little bit more. And I love our online crew community here. And a lot of them, I haven't met you in person. Some of you I've been fortunate enough to. And some of you, those that I haven't, I can't wait to meet you in person. But you feel like, how many of you never met me before, but you feel like you kind of know me a little bit? You wouldn't get that unless I showed you more of my personality. And you guys know when I'm on call after call after call after call, I mix up my words and I've got my own Helen Martin dictionary and all those kind of things. Like, let people learn that about you. That's the best thing you can do. Okay, so if that gives any of you slight inspiration or a bit more guts to go out there and just be a little bit more you and not have to apologize for that, because here's where I'm still talking. So I'll finish off on this. Here's where it falls flat a little bit is when people, they turn up on live videos like this on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and you're speaking like a robot. Like you're not being you. Don't speak like a robot on your reels or your stories or whatever. Just be you and be proud of being you, because you are your biggest asset. Just allow yourself to talk and chat. Just, and if you look back and evaluate your own content and you're sounding like a little bit of a robot, just evaluate that and just go, okay, I'm not really being me. I'm kind of, I'm putting social media content out there because I want to attract people to me, but that's not really me. I don't really talk like that. So evaluate your own content and do yourself a favor and just be more like you. Okay. Yes, Chrissy, ourselves. Hi, Facebook user. If you're watching from my group and it appears Facebook user, just click the StreamYard link so I can see who you are. You're talking to me right now. Right. Chrissy's hearing me. Well done, Chrissy. I felt like I was trying to do better, but I can do better. Absolutely. Definitely overthinking everything. So stop thinking, Chrissy, and just allow yourself to be you. But when you allow yourself to be you and you don't feel like you've got success behind you, this is where people lack confidence, is just remind yourself of where you're going, what you're doing, where you're headed, and share that message. You can even say, I might not be there yet. I might not be a six-figure earner if you're not, but I know where I'm going. Share that. And I know what I'm doing and the people that I'm learning from and the communities that I'm in. Like, I love working with the communities and the online crew and, this mentorship group and that. Like, you talk about that. Talk about the amazing people you surround yourself with that are helping you be a better version. Because I tell you what, people are craving community. They're craving people that inspire them. Share that. Okay. Just checking Instagram here. Sorry. Hey, guys. Cool from Teresa there. Thanks, Helen. So true. Everything you said, culprit. Okay, so if you're getting something from this over there on Instagram and you guys are getting something from this, you know, if this just helps one person, just let the walls down a little bit and just you genuinely, authentically you, that's cool, because this is what we all need to do. Okay. Thank you for listening. Let me go on a little rant about this. And I only say that where, yeah, Chrissy, that's where I lack no confidence because I'm not there. Okay. You can't hide behind social media because you'll end up spending weeks and months and potentially years doing the social media thing, not getting much traction because you're not really letting people get to know, like, and trust you. And then you end up bowing out because it didn't work. You can speed up your results on social media if you can speed up that human connection. Human connection comes from know, like, and trust. The only way people can know, like, and trust you if you're you. Okay. And I just share this with you because I just want some of you to really hear this. And I'll probably talk about it next week again. Anyway, enough from me. I've talked long enough. I hope this is helpful to you guys. This is my last live video of the week. So make sure you join me next week. You never know what I'm going to turn up and talk about, but I just really hope that you think about what I've shared today in this video, and not only just think about it or overthink it, actually go and execute it. Let some walls down and let people really get to know you. Okay. Have an awesome weekend. I'll see you next week. Bye.